What up, party people? Welcome back to another episode of Hood Talk. Today I got a special guest in here, Byron, aka B-Wade, my fam. What up, Bian? Welcome to the platform.
What's up, fam? I'm cool. Well, today I come to talk about some important topics. And the topics is based up on the young boys versus the old boys.
What you mean the young boy versus the old boys?
The young cats, man. The young cats be on, like they be on some shit like the old niggas gotta get out the way and it's their turn. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but
right.
It's about respect.
Nah, it is about respect.
If you don't respect somebody, then you gotta understand it go both ways.
Right.
If you don't respect them, they not gonna respect you.
Right.
So if you disrespect somebody, they gonna come back and disrespect you in the worst way.
Right.
That's how I am. I don't know about everybody else, but I know about me.
Right.
So it's a lot of old cats, like they really following what the young boys do.
The old cats fighting with the young boys do?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it don't supposed to be like that.
No, it don't. Anybody in particular that you want to elaborate on that you see that's doing that? I mean, you don't gotta say no names if you don't want.
Man, listen, like, all right, for instance, we been in the driveway. The driveway is consist on
What driveway? Let the people know, man. Where you from? Let the
the
people know.
ST.Thomas, man. You know
Okay.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know, but I got almost
All right.
100,000 subscribers, so but my fans don't know where you talking about. That's why I say let the people know what driveway you from. You know what I'm saying?
The driveway out to St.Thomas, where they got the young boys, they done moved in, and a lot of the old niggas done moved out.
And what's the St. Thomas for my fans? They don't know what
tent
it is.
wall.
The tent wall. What is the tent? Where that's located at? In New
Uptown
Orleans?
St. Thomas Street, New Orleans, by the Walmart.
Oh.
But the thing is, a lot of old people respect the young boys, but the young boys ain't respecting the old boys. Like, you know how back in my days, I was a young boy, and like the old people asked us to go to the store, give us a few dollars, we go do that. But now, it's like, they getting high and shit, so young boys give them whatever, and they go.
Right. That's crazy.
That's supposed to be the other way around. He supposed to be going to the store for you, not you going to the store for him. Or he get one of his little partners to go to the store, not the old nigga.
Right.
But the old nigga feel like they in need, so they gonna do that.
Right.
I ain't having that.
Right.
Either they gonna respect what it is. Me, I get all my respect. I don't know about them, but they respect me. I give them knowledge. They listen. Some of them listen, some of them don't. The ones I can't talk to, I leave them alone. I cut them. Like, I'm not messing with that. Like, if you ain't trying to listen, you gonna crash. And you not about to crash around me where I'm at. If I'm around, you gotta move around. And that's just the way it is.
So, but let me ask you something. Who is they?
So you want me to see somebody's
I
name?
mean, that's up to you. You can sit, again, we're doing the interview and I also have fans. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So if I'm asking this question and my fans don't know you or me, they just going off the content that they see and that I present to them, right?
Right.
And on top of that, you telling a story.
Right.
You know, I know it's a true story. You know it's a true story. But my fans, if they seeing this, they gotta imagine this story. So of course they gonna want his name. But however, if those names are to the way that, if you say someone's name, it may stir up anything. You don't have to say that. You can just say your people, a dog, cat, whatever.
Right, I got
Or we can go forward. We don't even have to speak on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But, all right, like, Mr. R.
Okay, whoever that is, Mr.
Mr.
R. You know who you is, Mr. R.
Mr. Do It Well.
You know who you is, Mr. Do It Well.
Making shit spit clean.
Yeah.
But these niggas, like, they said it was gangsters.
Right.
Coming up in my era.
Yes,
but
indeed.
I know who the stand-up ones is and the fake ones is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
coming up in my days, you had people like Joe Pickett, Monye, you know what I'm saying?
Real live St. Thomas veteran. Salute to Joe Pickett, man. Salute to Manye, man.
They had LaRon, they had Big Maul, Lat,
Big dog. Salute to them boys.
Mr. Keith Tobias.
Salute to Keith, man.
Big Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had these type of people up in my area. Heard, even though he was a legend, but he done some fuck shit. You know what he done.
Right.
Bring people to people's house and put them in jail.
Right. Damn.
But that's where I came up at, in San Andrew Code, where ain't nobody got jacked, nigga ain't got killed, or none of that. Like, we stuck together in San Andrew Code. I don't know about everybody else, but I know one thing. If you came in that code way, and you came for trouble, you was gonna get it.
So let's talk about it. Okay, so, like I said, this for my fans, the people who don't know you. What it was like growing up in the St. Thomas as a kid? And when did your family or your mother, your father, as far as back can you remember, when did y'all migrate to the St. Thomas, or when did you, recall growing up in the St. Thomas Project?
Well, when I remember growing up, I remember I was at least about, 7 or 8.
Any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, got my brother Nut, got my sister DD.
Okay.
That's my mama kids.
Right.
Miss Henrietta, a legend. Everybody knows.
Salute to
my daddy,
man.
Brian Madison.
Salute to Brian.
It was all good. Like, we was good, but I also had a stepdad, and my mama married. His name was Alfred Dixon.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Pop, you know what I'm saying?
Salute
He
to
was
Alfred,
good
man.
to me. And that's who I called daddy, because he took care, and everything we needed and wanted, we got it. We ain't never hurt for nothing. And still to this day, we still don't hurt for nothing. It's just the things certain people do with their life.
Right.
You can make it better, or you can make it worse.
Right.
And some people choose to make their life worse.
Right.
But me, on the other hand, like, I'm working on some things, trying to get myself to where, put myself in position.
Right.
I come on the platform with my cousin to speak a few things, and from there, I'm gonna take it for myself. But you gotta get on somebody else's podcast who's popping to get your stuff off the ground.
Right.
But I just wanted to take it back to when I went to jail in HOD.
So what not to cut you off, like, how did you did say your mother passed, right?
Yes, sir.
God bless her. So I guess my question is, how did your mother, like, was it a struggle for her raising you and your brother and your sister in the St. Thomas Project?
Nah, not at all. Like, she stood on business. Like, whatever she needed to do,
Real true woman.
Took care of that. And it's like, she was a single mother, long as I can remember, until Alfred came along. When Alfred came along,
Alfred's your stepdad, right?
He was my steppa. So when he came along, he took care of that. Like, we didn't want for nothing. Like, she didn't have to work. She went to work because she wanted to. But long as he was there, we was good. Like, Christmas, birthday, like, every day was Christmas to us.
So not, again, bro, not to cut you off, but I'm just trying to make sure that, my fans don't get misconstrued of your lifestyle and your life story, what you're presenting, right? So your father is Brian, correct? Brian Master, you stated?
Yes, sir.
So where did it go wrong with your father to the way that, I noticed you say your stepfather was there, so apparently your father wasn't there. Is it safe to say that?
Yeah, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
So, again, where did your father go wrong? What him and mom do? What?
All right, I was 1 year old at the moment, and my mom would come home from work, and it was my daddy, a female, and a couple of his friends in the apartment in the project. So when moms come from work, when she walk up in there, the woman was holding me, and my mama walked straight past, went to her room,